Well, it only took a year and a half. We got some big breaking news right off the top. According to the Associated Press, Republicans moments ago officially gained control of the House. Yay, look at that red wave. 218 seats. Only took a little more than a week. But come January, the GOP back in charge of the House of Representatives. You hear that, Hunter? All right, let's get right into it with this newly reelected Kentucky Republican congressman, the greenest man in all of D.C., but not green with envy in terms of the House because Republicans have it back. Welcome back, Thomas Massie.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Kennedy, especially with this breaking news. I am so excited. And I'm not disappointed about a slim majority. Some people say it's hard to govern with a slim majority, but I think Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema have done a pretty good job in the Senate with that slim majority.
They have absolutely run the place. Joe Manchin isn't quite as popular as he used to be, certainly with Republicans after helping that Inflation Reduction Act get signed into law. What a boondoggle that is. But, you know, it's like they say in prison, a hug is a hug. They don't say that, they say something else, but I have to keep it clean because it's a family show. A majority is a majority.
That's right. They don't give out different size gavels, and Nancy Pelosi loses her job whether she loses the vote by 1 vote or 20 votes. So, and I think her whole conference is going to regret the way they've treated Republicans for the last 4 years. I mean, they've literally patted us down just to go vote, treating us like terrorists. Turnabout's going to be fun.
Yeah, and you know, I remember talking to you about all the masking hypocrisy, not to mention, you know, the ethics bullying that Democrats engaged in. Now, I don't want to see the pendulum swing the other direction. Right. I actually would like for your caucus to govern so you give Americans more freedom. What is the possibility of that happening?
Oh, I think there's a good possibility. And, you know, to be a little more serious about the slim majority, every vote in the GOP conference has to be respected. You can't marginalize 20 or 30 members like you could if you had a large majority. So I think it's going to be good. We also have a chance to take the high road, like you said. Nancy Pelosi suspended the 3-day rule, you know, 3 days to read bills, almost as soon as she took the gavel. We could take the high road and give everybody 3 days to read bills instead of suspending that rule. So, and also for your viewers, I think it's really important to set expectations and give them a roadmap for what's going to happen. 2 types of bills are going to pass the House of Representatives. And every time I come on your show, I'm going to tell you which kind of bill it is. There are going to be the messaging bills that are full of great policy, the things we would do if we had the White House and the Senate, but we don't. So they're going to be dead on arrival. But it's still worth passing those. The action, though, is going to be on the second type of bill. Those are the spending bills. And that's where we can really dial back a lot of what Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer have done to this country.
And that is where, you know, the liberty-minded are very excited about divided governments. Because, you know, when there is a party impasse, you can't spend the kind of money that has been spent over the last, you know, 4 years. Like drunken sailors by both parties. And I hope there are people in your caucus who are a little bit more serious about cutting spending. You know, is that just a pie-in-the-sky fantasy?
No, I think we have some very serious conservatives here now. You know, I was in the House when John Boehner was the Speaker and Barack Obama was the President, a very similar split government sort of situation. But I think the conference has really moved to the right, and I think they are serious about cutting government. The problem when one party has all of the reins of power is every executive order is funded. We can defund every executive order, and I would start with the vaccine mandates that are unconstitutional and illegal.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with a lot of accountability in terms of the pandemic, really figuring out, getting to the bottom of how the virus got out of China in the first place, if it was bats and pangolins or the lab leak theory. I think there should be certainly much more congressional oversight there. I firmly believe that Anthony Fauci has a lot to answer for. I don't think that that is a partisan witch hunt. We have to make sure that never happens again. You have a lot on your plate. I know you're hungry. Thank you for coming back to the Buffet of Liberty. You're welcome anytime, Congressman.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I think split government makes the Oversight Committee very exciting, and also the Judiciary Committee. We're talking about giving Mayorkas and the Attorney General reserved parking spots here at Congress, so
Good.
They might be here a few times.
Well, accountability is incredibly necessary. They haven't seen enough of it, and they're both very deserving. Congressman Thomas Massie, getting sassy. Thanks again.
Thanks, Kennedy.
So.